I guess the first question, first of all, my name is Kirby. I'm from XO Nicole. And I guess the first question I have to ask is what all of our readers want to know. Like, how does it feel to be the star of so many of our fantasies, from One on One to like Vampire Diaries, Coach Carter? Like, you've been there throughout so much of that. So, do you realize that, and how does that feel?
I think that I don't realize it yet. I really haven't been hit over the head with the iconic roles that I've been a part of in the movies that I've been a part of that have been just big juggernauts. I'm on a new one now with Harlem. Everyone's binge watching it. Everyone's asking for season 2. I'm like, ask for season 7. You know you want it already.
Right,
Right?
right. Keep it going.
But
Yeah.
if anyone knows me, knows I don't watch my stuff. And so I feel like I
Okay.
never really kind of like had the full, like I love what I do, but I don't have the full validation
Right.
of what I really do because I don't really watch myself on camera. Um, but it's definitely a blessing that, people come to me in airports and trains and grocery stores. And I'm always on FaceTime and telling someone's grandma or somebody's kid or giving somebody's husband or wife or whatever it is to say a shout out to them. I love that, though. I love people.
Right, love that. That's amazing. I mean, and yeah, you've been a part of so many of those. So how does it feel? I mean, going from like as an actor back in the day all the way to where you are now, like how do you feel that you've grown? Not only as an actor, but as a man as well.
I feel like everybody makes it funny that I'd be like stuck in time. I've been in the business for what, 26 years, 27 years almost.
Wow.
And everyone's like, you don't even
That's,
look
that's a
27.
blessing.
so, so so I feel like I'm like just staying in that sort of like Benjamin Button lane where everyone's growing up past me. I get to stay the same age. But luckily I got 2 other people who are the same age as me, and that's like Megan staying young and beautiful. And she's the lead of our
Okay.
show. And then obviously everyone knows that KP and I, Kyla Pratt and I, and we love each other and have sort of like solidified and staying youthful forever. Um, but
Love that.
it's
Yeah,
really
how was
really
it?
cool. And now I have a new leading lady. I have Quinn, played by Grace Byers, who I
Yes,
love.
yes, yes. I was gonna say, first of all, I'm part of the binging. I watch one, I'm gonna watch one, and then it just turned into a whole day. So I understand.
All right,
So
let me ask
how
you a
was
question.
it? How,
First question: Do you
sure,
have a
sure.
favorite character? Do you have a favorite character or no?
Do
You
I
could,
have a favorite character? I do. I'm not gonna lie. I do really like Camille because I connect with her so much. So I like
yeah.
Megan Good's character a lot. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. But I was gonna ask with your character. I gotta say, like, she had all her deal breakers, and that caused a little tension for y'all. Do you have any deal breakers?
Do I have any deal breakers? I think that
Yes.
my deal breaker is not being all the way in. Like I play
Mhm.
Sean, and Sean's all the way in. He's like, listen, I got nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I fall in love with you, I'm gonna fall in love with you. Let's go. Like, drop all the
That's it.
walls, drop all the resistance, the second guessing. If you feel it, let's
Right.
do it. Right.
Let's jump in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's jump in. And so I think that's the one thing that, if someone's not all the way in, that becomes the thing that probably is a deal breaker for me. But then also too,
Gotcha.
as a guy, you got to make the
Mhm.
ladies feel safe and safe to feel
Right.
vulnerable enough to open up, because a woman's going to be reserved and she's going to hold her own and say, listen, only as you make me feel more comfortable and more safe am I going to like blossom
Right.
and open up for you and show you the things that I'm protecting. um
So
so
true. So
yeah,
true.
yeah. I have
Yeah.
2 sisters,
Yeah. You
so
said,
huh?
no, no. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm saying I listen to how women think and stuff, and my dad was always telling me like, hey, you make sure you always open the door for a woman and make sure you talk to her and make her laugh and go get her drinks. And I'm playing a character Sean that does all that stuff, and then she's
Right.
telling me that
Right.
I'm the that she telling me that I can't represent my life. She's like, I don't have a real
Yeah.
job
Well.
or I don't have a kid now. I'm like, listen, babe, you can't
Right.
do that. You can't do that. You
Right.
can't do what your mama taught you, which is not feeling like you can be your whole self and not being good enough.
I think it's the thing a lot of like women deal with too. Like, what are we supposed to do based on like how we actually feel? It's that, like you said, bringing out that vulnerability is important. And you asked my favorite character. Like I said, I connect with Camille, but from the guys, I do really like Sean because he was real from the beginning. So I will tell you that he was definitely one of my favorite characters. So tell me a little bit more. Like, do you feel like you connect with him? Like, what's the difference between you? Like, maybe how you love being a partner. How is that different from Sean?
No, I think Sean and I are
We,
so closely related. A lot of people said that Sean was like, it was just a very refreshing thing to see somebody who's like all in on one girl, focused, looking at her,
yeah,
listening to her, being like, what's going on with your career? How can I help? I see this lady right here has a bunch of money. I know you need a job. Let's put you two together. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing what he can to be like, listen, I'm trying to quarterback your life and make sure that you're
yeah,
getting the best things about everything you're pursuing. And I think that, you know, like from Quinn's character, you know, she's out with her girlfriend when she meets him. She gets up on stage.
yeah.
It's supposed to be fun and games. You know, he like dances for her. He's looking at her. She's like, talk triple to me.
Right.
And then he like picks her up and she's like, oh shit, bye bitches. You know what I'm saying? Right. But then she like
Yeah.
says, like, hey, listen, like, you know, we have a lot of things in common, but I do want to
Mm,
keep the wall up for a little bit. Let's just go home and have a good time. But he's like, no, no, no,
right.
no. I don't want to. I want
That
to.
ain't what
If
we're
we're gonna go
doing.
home, I want to like cook for you and wake you up with a kiss, and you know, tell you that I want to be a part of your life and meet your friends and hang out for
Good
people getting
thing.
brownstones and stuff. It was great.
Yes, yes. And you brought the stripper thing. It's X on the coast, so we got a little spicy. So you gotta tell me, like, you played a stripper in this role. We've seen you do more provocative roles also. Like, is that intentional or is it just about like showing different sides of yourself?
No, I think that, you know, I've done a lot of drama roles and stuff like that. And I've played the button up
Mhm.
guy. People know in the other movies that I played, I got
Right.
collars up and all that kind of stuff. And I think that, you know, someone's got to be fearless. And the fact that the people like my
Mhm.
producers and my writers feel that, hey, we can lean on Robert to be able to do the things that maybe people, other actors might be nervous to do. That's
Right.
something that
Right.
I feel like, you know, you just kind of like, I'm a sniper in that way. I'm the person that's going to shoot that shot and sort of be like the shooting guard in that way to do that. And I feel
Right.
honored that
Right.
people are picking me to saying like, hey, Rob, we know that we want to show that because this is what young people are going through. This is what millennials are going through. This is what
Hmm.
Gen Z is going through. And
Right. Right.
for me, I'm so engulfed in the world that I'm not even aware there's a video camera like shooting this.
Mm.
It's almost like Sean's a real person having a real life, and he's doing a
Yeah.
job that a lot of people in America do, you know, jobs where they got to take care of their family and they do whatever they have to. And I represent that.
Definitely. Right, right. I love that. Perfect. So I guess the last question I'll ask, I know we're running out of time too, is what is ultimately the thing that you want people to get from or learn from your character and the show in general?
I think the thing that I want people to learn from my character is just like not only do you have to be fearless, but you have to help people. Like you have to love people enough to help them through their trauma or help them through like
Mhm.
whatever walls they have up and help them tear those
Right.
down. And it takes one to be gentle, but two also to be kind of be a hammer and say, listen, I'll call
Mhm.
you out on your stuff. Um,
Yeah,
and then
that's
the other thing
important.
on the show, I just think that, you know, for the 21st century, it's so hard to like figure out how to manage your friends and dating and career, and to have a
Yeah.
show on air with bomb music. Everybody
Yeah.
love the music, and
Perfect. The
it's
music is
happening on
good.
the biggest platform in the world, which is New York. I mean, the entire
Mhm.
world's focused on New York, and to have these sort of characters in this ecosystem being super honest and super transparent and trying to figure it out and giving everyone at
Right.
home who's all represented on this show. Every walk of life is
Yeah.
represented on this show. And
Mhm.
for everyone to go like, I can see myself in these characters while I'm at home, you know, eating popcorn, getting through this pandemic.
Right. Right, right. Well, thank you so much. Like I said, I love the show. It's very popping in the group text. Everybody's talking about it. So I'm excited that for your success. And of course, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Kirby. I appreciate you. Thank you,
No
XO
problem.
Nicole. This is Robert Richard. You are watching XO Nicole. Make sure you tune in. Leave your comments down below, and make sure you follow and watch Harlem on Prime, only on Amazon.
Love it. Thank you so much.